Hello friends, so today in this video we're going to discuss another problem from LeetCode, problem name fruits into basket. So this is a problem from LeetCode which is a like a Google interview recommended problem. So it is somewhat asked in Google interviews, so that's why a problem from those category. So I have made a video on that, so stay with me and I will also make you understand this problem. Problem is, so you are given a farm in which there are different type of fruits which are lying in a row from left to right. Okay, so as you can see, like you are given an array. Now what you actually have to do here is you have a basket, or like you have two baskets actually. Now every basket can like acquire only a single type of fruit. So you have two baskets and like only one basket can acquire a single type of fruit, and like you have different type of fruit. So the first fruit is of type 1, the second fruit is of type 2, and third fruit is of type 1, and so on. Now what you actually have to do here is every basket can hold any amount of fruits. Like the first basket can hold any amount of fruit, but the first basket should hold only one type of fruit. Okay, now what your actually goal is, you can start from any point and keep on collecting the fruits till you cannot collect any more. So, and you have to stop at any point, at the point you cannot collect the fruit. So I will tell you in simple terms. It states that you have to find out a sub-array, a contiguous sub-array, which only consists of like at most two different elements. So as you can see, the maximum length of a sub-array, contiguous sub-array, such that it only consists of at most two different elements. Now as you can see in this, it is only 1 to 2, so the answer is like 3, because I move from like this point to this point, and then it only consisting of fruits of type 1 and 2. In this, I can start from this point and go till the end. Okay, in this I can go from this point and go to the end. So as you can see, it only consisting of two fruit of type 2 and 3. See the last example. I can go from this point and have to stop at this point, because I can only collect fruits of type only 2 types. So it is like 1 and 2. If I either collect this part or this part, the number of different number of fruits will increase. So in simple terms, you have to find out a sub-array which only consists of at most 2 elements. Okay, so now you can pause this video out if you want to like think about this problem, but like it's a general and like a standard problem which can be solved using 2 pointers, because you have to find out a contiguous sub-array which consisting of only 2 different, like at most 2 different elements. Okay, so the simple condition what you can easily write in the start is, if the whole array is just consisting of only one type of element or two type of element, like one type of fruit or two type of fruits, so in that case you can take the whole array. I hope you get the point. So the basic, like in the basic test case, or like a basic answer, what you can do here is just find out a total number of different fruits in the whole array. So what you can do here is you can make a set, because set only stores only one instance of everything. So iterate over the whole fruit array and insert every fruit in that set, which will give you what is the different type of fruits in this whole vector. If it is less than equal to 2, it means that it is 1 or 2. So it means that because the total number of fruits is 1 or 2 in the whole array, you can take the whole array as the answer. So the answer is just like what is the size of the array, because you are taking the whole array size. I hope you get the point. Else, in other cases, what you actually have to do is, because there are more than 2 types of fruits, there are 3 or 4 types of fruit, you have to find out a contiguous sub-array. In that type of problem, what you can actually like see in this problem is, I can show you the part 1 2 3 1 2 2 1 3. What you can do here is just move from left to right, make one pointer at this point and another pointer move from this point. So let's assume that this, and you have stored up, like you have 2-3 variables, which is like a total variable, which store that how many different total types of fruits you have till now. Okay, then you have a frequency variable which is storing how much fruits of each type you have till now. Okay, and what else I have 2 pointers and total, yeah. So what you can see here is, this is some sort of j, which is like this is the right pointer and j is the left pointer. Now as you can see, when I'm seeing the first fruit for the first time, because I am moving from left to right, I do not have seen any fruit till now. I have seen the first fruit for the first time, and my total is 0, because I do not have any fruit till now. Like, not how many different fruits I have till now, 0. I do not have any fruits till now. So what I can do here is, because I have seen a new fruit, I will increment my total, because now I have taken one type of fruit, and the frequency of this, like how many type of fruits of one type I have seen, 1. So fruit of type 1 I have seen 1. Now again, now the other fruit is 2. So I will make my I go from this to this. J will remain to this point because I'm like making a contiguous subarray. So now I'm seeing 2. 2 is a new fruit. So I will increment my total number of fruits. It will become 2. And a fruit of type 2 is also frequency 1. Okay, now I am on this point now. Now I am again seeing a new fruit. Now I cannot take this as a new fruit because if I take this as a new fruit, then the total number of fruits I have is 3. But I can only take a fruit of type like only 2 types. So in that case, what I can do here is I have to move my jth pointer from left till right till at that point in which I will move my jth pointer from the point at which the jth pointer is moving towards right, so that I will remove out one instance of a fruit completely. What I mean by this is, let's assume I have 1 1 1 2 2 3. My I is at this point and my j is at this point, which is telling me that I have a contiguous subarray till this point, which is like all the elements are only 1 or 2, like I have only 2 instances of numbers. When I come to this point, now the number of instances are 3. Now I have 3 different numbers or 3 different fruits. So what I can do here is to reduce this out, I can move my j from this point to the right. So can this subarray is perfect? No, because till now I also have different fruits of 3 types. Is this is perfect? No. Is this is perfect? Yes. So I can only come to, like, I have to move my j till a point such that all the instances of one fruit are disappeared. So how we can do that? I have stored different instances in frequency. So frequency, as you can see, frequency is storing that, okay, I have one instance of 1. So I will keep on moving my j till that any fruit becomes 0. I have only 2 types of fruit, 1 and 2. If any fruit of them becomes 0, which means that I have deleted all the instances of that fruit. So I will keep on moving my j. So now my j will come to this point and I have not taken this fruit now. So I will make this 0. And as you can see now at this point, my one fruit has disappeared. Now I do not have any one fruit till now. So now I can add the fruit 3 at this point in my vector. I hope you get the point. So I can add 3 now. If I can add 3, the total number of fruits till now is again 3. But now my number of fruits of type 1 has become 0 and number of fruits of type 3 has become 1. And before that, as you can see, before moving my j, this actually tells me that this is a valid answer. This is a valid subarray because after adding 3, it will become invalid. Till 2, like till from the starting j till 2, this is a valid subarray because it only consists of 2 different type of numbers. So what you can do in that case, because you know the starting position of j, this is I, so I minus j is the length of that subarray which is valid. This can be the maximum, this cannot be the maximum, so I have to maximize this subarray length. Okay, now 3 is there and this is my I. Now I go to the next I, which is like this, which is 1. Now as you can see, now again the total number of different elements increase and it becomes 3. So I will again move my j to this point. Now the total number of 2 will become 0 and the number of 1 will become 1. So as you can see, continuously the frequency is such that only 2 numbers are having frequencies, other are 0. And because also at this point I changed my I changed because my total number of different elements changed. This is a valid subarray till now. If I add this, it will become invalid. So before deleting this out, maximize this particular subarray length. And you have to do this continuously for all the subarrays. So then this will become 2. Okay, then 2 is removed out. So this is now a particular subarray which is like 3 1. Now I will add again 2. Now because again 2 is added, what you can see here is this is again forming an invalid because 3 1 2 are there. So remove out 3. And now my j is at this point. My j is this on this I and I is on this 2. So now if I add this 2, this is again valid because both the numbers are same. If I now, as you can see, if I again this again 1, it is valid because see, this is valid because I am only adding numbers which are not different. As you can see, when I add 3, now because 3 is added, how we can say that this is a new number? Because see, when I adding 3, the frequency of 3 is 0. At this point, frequency of 3 is 0, which means that I am adding a new instance. If a new number is inserting into the frequency vector, it is a new number, and the total is 2. The total is 2, and I am inserting a new number, which means that I am incrementing the total number of elements, and I cannot do that. So I will keep on deleting the numbers from the back, so that the only instance will remaining is only one type, like only one or two type of element is remaining. So as you can see now, it is my j is on this I. See, if I delete out this 1 from this frequency, because my frequency of this become 2 because I've seen 2 times 1 and 2 times 2. If I delete down this 1, will my frequency of 1 will become 0? No, which means that there are still some 1s remaining in this subarray. I cannot mark this as a perfect one. So I will make this 1 and I will keep on moving my j. So my j is on this 2. Cannot delete this out. Yes, I can delete this out, but still, as you can see, I cannot delete down or cannot make this a valid subarray because there are still some 2s, 1s. So I will again move my j to this point. Now if I delete this 2 again, now my frequency of 2 will become 0. Now as you can see, now at this point, if I take this subarray, which is only consisting of 1 and 3, it is valid. I hope you get the point. So this is how we are moving this whole part now. So I can move to the code part to make it more clear. So as you can see, my only change, my change which I've told you, I will only measure what is the length of the subarray when I find out a different number. When I find out that okay, I'm adding a number which is new to my answer, which is not like I have not seen this, it is incrementing my answer. So in that case, what you can do, either in the end you can check the I or j, or else you can add a fruit in the end which is not in the whole subarray, because that number is an invalid fruit. But as an invalid fruit, that number is very large and the program will think that this is a fruit which is not seen and I have to add that fruit, and if I want to add that fruit, I will check that condition. So what I will tell you, as you can see, the total maximum length of the fruit, the value of the fruit is 10 to the 5. So the maximum fruit can be 10 to the 5. So insert a fruit of 10 to the 5 plus 1. So this is not a valid fruit. This cannot happen in this vector. So it's an invalid fruit. But I am inserting in the end. I will tell you why. So this is n, this is j, which is like the left pointer. This is total, which is the total, like the answer, what I can say, the total number of different fruits I have till now. This is the frequency vector. This is the maximum answer we'll find out. So we'll move my right pointer from 0 till all the value till the end. Now I have different categories. So I just will go this part. Yeah, my first category can be, I am inserting a new fruit, and I am inserting a new fruit when my total different fruits are equal to 2. I have 2 fruits which are different, but I am inserting a new fruit. So how you can check that? If I am inserting a new fruit, my frequency of that fruit should be 0. What I have told you, if I have encountered 3 and I am inserting 3, then I knew that this is a new fruit when the frequency of 3 is 0. If that thing is 0, it means that I have to insert a new fruit. If this is 0 and my total number of different fruits is 2, in that case I am inserting a new fruit. So before inserting a new fruit, I have a subarray which is valid, I have told you. So I have to maximize it. As you can see, I am maximizing my answer. And before inserting the new fruit, I have to move my j pointer such that one instance of a fruit is completely disappeared. So what I will do? I will do a while loop till j is less than I, because I cannot go more than I. Okay. I have 2 cases. I have to keep on deleting a fruit if the frequency of a particular fruit I am on, the jth pointer on, it is greater than 1. Then I will delete that fruit and will make my j plus 1. Else if I hit a fruit which is equal to 1, whose frequency is 1, if I delete that fruit, because only one frequency of that fruit is left, if I delete that fruit, the whole frequency of that fruit from this subarray is deleted out, because I am looking over this subarray only. So I will delete that fruit, increment my j and break out of this for loop, like this while loop, because now I have deleted a particular instance of a single fruit, all of them. So now after that it is done. So now I have to add the new fruit which I have seen till now. So I will increment my new fruit, which is like at the ith point. So this is the case in which I am inserting a new fruit in the end, in the subarray, and also like changing my subarray length to adjust to only store 2 different numbers. Else the other case can be, I am inserting a new fruit and my total is not equal to 2. I am inserting just a new fruit. So let's assume in the start I do not have any fruit in the subarray. I am inserting a new fruit. So in that case, when I am inserting a new fruit, my total will increment because I am inserting a brand new fruit. I have inserted a new fruit and my frequency of that fruit will also increment. Else in the other case, if I am inserting a fruit which I have already seen, so I have a subarray which is like 1, 2, 2 and the other number is again 2. So it is not falling under this if condition. This is not in this if condition. It is falling under condition in which I am just inserting a fruit which I've already seen, and it is perfect for this subarray. So I will just increment that fruit frequency in this frequency vector. I hope you get the point. I will do this. It's like a 2-pointer thing. The I is moving for like a right pointer, and the J is adjusting itself if I hit a point in which I have more than 2 types of fruit. Just like a 2-pointer problem. It's a very standard, like not too standard problem, but it's a very important problem to understand and grasp. I hope you understand the logic and the code part for this problem. If you have any doubts, you can mention down. I will see you next time. Till then, keep coding and bye.